Thank you so much, Professor Chairman. Can I get your permission to share screen now? Thank you. Can you see my screen? Thank you. All right. I would like to start this presentation by congratulating the USIC 2021 Secretariat for organizing this international conference, and I'm so happy and glad to be invited to this prestigious conference and meet all of you in a hybrid situation. Some of you I was being informed, and I can see from my screen, are all actually being physical, and others are online. I am Farah Dina Yusuf. I am an associate professor at University Malaya, and I currently is the director of the University Malaya Academic Development and Enhancement Center, our training sessions to others beyond University Malaya. So, respected Dr. Ridwan Hucha, Chairman of the USIC Committee, my fellow panel, Professor Dr. Muhammad Abdi Hanan, Professor Dr. Damris Muhammad, Dean of the Science and Technology Faculty, Universitas Jambi, Professor Dr. Haryadi, Director of Postgraduate, Universitas Jambi. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me here. I am so fortunate that it is conducted online because I tried to book a flight and I was restricted from traveling. I guess we are still in a situation where we can't travel, but Alhamdulillah, the technology has enabled us to meet today. So I've been trying to locate where is Universitas Jambi and found that, oh, okay, it's not too far from Malaysia. So inshallah, I'll try to make a visit next time. May I begin my presentation or my sharing session, if you will, by congratulating everyone for making it to the academia. I think that it is a very huge achievement, and soon you are all going to be in academics. There are some things that I would like to show and share with you. That being part of the academia is actually a privilege that not everybody can achieve. We can see how many people are have limited access to the university. So may I encourage ourselves to see our works in academia, both as students, as educators as well, as the social trustee of knowledge, which means we are the person who vows to deploy our knowledge, skills, and expertise for the purpose of bringing positive change to the world, especially beyond academia. On the other hand, we need also to acknowledge that there are some perceptions and critics about being academics and being students of university. There are saying that universities or higher education institutions are actually ivory towers, which are quite detached and disconnected from the real life of the society. We are being seen as just being so personal-centric. We are publishing a lot, but the publish and perish aphorism has made us being seen as doing research for the sake of our career progression. So when the pandemic hit us in 2020, almost all higher education institutions were temporarily closed, and almost all teaching and learning activities were being digitalized or being transferred online. And it make it seems that the university society connection become lost in the middle of the pandemic. But is it true? I think that we need to combat this perception, and this is a challenge of higher education that all university administrators need to think about, and also us as students in the academic sector. We need to bridge the gap between university and society, and to gain or earn back the public trust that university has its primary roles to contribute for the good of the society. So what kind of pedagogy that we need now? Actually, I think we need a pedagogy that bring together our academic works with what the society needs. We need a pedagogy that require our students to learn with and from the society. We need a pedagogy that connects students with the community and one that revitalizes the civic responsibilities among our students. So what is the name of this pedagogy? I'm sure you have heard about this. This is called service learning pedagogy. As you may already know, service learning pedagogy is the good pedagogy that combines all three components, which is academic development, community involvement, as well as practical experiences of a student. Is service learning similar to community-based learning? Let's play a game, okay? If you can see from the screen, there is a group of students, university students, who are trying to help build a house in a village. Okay? This is just an example. Let's say these are the students in an agricultural course in your university. And the task is to help build a village's house. Is this service learning? Actually not. This is what we call community service, or you can also call it as volunteerism. Okay? So what is service learning? Take a look at this picture. A group of students helping villagers to educate about the best farming techniques. This is another example. Okay? Again, the same students from an agricultural course will help educate farmers about the new farming techniques that they have researched on and they have learned in their course. Is this service learning? Yes, this is what we call service learning. Okay, so what is exactly service learning? There are 7 characteristics of service learning, which I try not to read everything because I'm aware of the time limitation. But service learning in brief is a pedagogy that connects the real world in the society and the academic world in the universities. So students learn about the course content by providing services to the society. What is important is that service learning has been said to help enhance students' personal development, okay, and also help students in learning better and instill civic values. This is a pedagogy for character education. I am sure that you also have had this in your university. I was informed that it was called Kuliah Kerja Nyata, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's take a look at this pedagogy for character education. In terms of personal development, service learning has been said to help students being self-appreciate, problem solvers, and creative thinking. In terms of academic learning, the students can be more professional as they learn the skills of project management as well as conflict management. And of course, the most important thing is that they instill in civic values among themselves. So by providing services in the context of service learning course, the students are inspired to empower other students, develop a sense of concern, and also attentive to other people's needs. These are just hidden curriculum that we need to take into account. It could be more than what I have presented in the screen because anything can happen when the students learn and learn from the community and with the community. So what is our goal in teaching our students in the university? We need to nurture their minds and their hearts, not just their cognitive abilities. We want them to be potential social change agents. Once our students graduated from the university, they should be the professional who will serve their community. May I share with you a national initiative in Malaysia? We also have this program, what we call or coined as SULAM. SULAM is an acronym for Service Learning Malaysia University for Society. In short, SULAM is the initiative launched on April 13, 2019. it is part of the Malaysian education blueprint for higher education. Okay, similarly, it is a course-based and credit-bearing educational experiences. Okay, it is based on service learning. So students in Malaysia, okay, have been doing a lot of community-based learning. But when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, many academics and practitioners view online learning as a barrier to service learning. Okay, this is not just in Malaysia. I'm sure it happens in all around the globe. So people were asking, how can we do or provide services to our community partners in an online situation? Okay, so we think that online service learning has then become the best alternative to continue the university and community activities. Allow me to share with you what is online service learning, or in Malaysia, we call it e-Islam. Basically, it is an integrative pedagogy that engages learners through technology in civic inquiry, service, reflection, and action. To make it easier, we can say that technology in online service learning can be used as a tool to either deliver instruction or to deliver services to our community partners, or being used both in instruction and services. So that's online service learning. What are the examples of online service learning or e-Sulam projects? Okay. So students have been creating digital and other social media content. They also created print programs or teach or do any methods of information sharing. For example, a group of students in instructional design course have been teaching how to use Canva app to help SME or small business owners to create marketing materials. Students also developing apps or system to benefit the community partner. You can see there are many apps, donation apps that has been created to help those in need. It can also be online tuition provided by the education students for underprivileged students in the community. Or it could be online group coaching through social media platform. For example, you can see that students in the dentistry program provided oral dental hygiene education for small children. So I would like to share with you, there was a competition, a national competition in Malaysia, in which University Malaya was one of the secretariat. We call it e-Sulam Innovate 2021. At that time, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, we were a little bit worried whether or not students will be volunteer and be willing to provide their services to the community. So this e-Sulam competition is devised to help encourage our students to apply creativity in providing online services to the community. And we would like to gather and document all online service learning activities conducted during the COVID-19 pandemic. There were more than 800 projects created. To our amazement, we did not expect such projects being actively conducted during the COVID-19 pandemic. So after thorough, this competition took about 11 months to complete. So these are the winning projects. You can see that in the first project, there are Polytechnic Port Dickson. Okay, it is a polytechnic institution. So the project is about, I can say, drawing for a building, okay, an old building. This is a research-based service learning done by students in the built environment course. We can also see that there are developmental-based service learning. And this one, the second winner, came also from a polytechnic. The students in the computer science course have developed an app to make online teaching and learning easier. And there were third winner, which is educational based, and students are in the instructional design and technology course. I can only talk about the third winner because it was one of my projects as well. So this project is called Stranger Danger Awareness. The goal of this project to educate small children about the danger of online strangers. As we know, students have been given tablets, mobile phones, and so on, so that they can learn online. However, they can also use the same mobile phone devices to play games. And there they meet many strangers, online strangers. So this group of students from instructional design course created a program, and they gather all small children in 2 schools and make them aware of being how to be safe online. At the end of the session, the students were involved in a competition. You can see that they were asked to draw posters whether or not they understand what online strangers are. So this is one of the winners of the project. So Dr. Ridwan Shah, I think I'm almost going to the conclusion. I think that the university should reposition our vision and mission to serve the community in needs. Perhaps we need to think about better ways or strategies to enhance the university community partnership, especially in this online learning environment, and help build our students' professional development as future professionals, escalate our students' civic mindedness and also civic responsibilities, and strengthen the character education among our university students. I think that service learning pedagogy is one of the effective pedagogies to help us achieve these goals. And I think because of this pandemic, we can now be virtual almost anywhere in the globe. So international online service learning, I think, is worth an exploration. That's all from me, Dr. Ridwan Shah. I'll give it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Farah, for a great presentation. And also feedback for us if we will attend Untitled Chapter is not far from us. And when we go to Jambi, maybe around 1 hour, just one to our then Jambi. And then within the securities as my question here, we call that Sulam. Sulam also in Indonesia, because in this podcast, they make very interesting class. And I think Sulam in grade 3 or 1 make very interesting class, right? Okay. Sulam.
Yes, I can't hear the voice clearly, but I think you are asking about Sulam in Malaysia, right? Yes, it's a national initiative that we just launched in 2019. It's a service learning based pedagogy to enhance the bridge between university and the community.
Another meaning of Sulam in Indonesia is flow, right? Maybe we can mean in Indonesia when we bring people